Satisfactory, and it's definitely satisfactory to me because we have a healing Teutonic Fortress game planned for today. I love watching healing Teutonic Fortress. And the reason I love it is because it's such a unique strat. Now, some people on Reddit and other places, they've been kind of hating on the Teutonic strat, and I don't really understand why. They're like, oh, it's just turtling. This strategy is so much more than just turtling. It's getting to your ultimate unit composition. It's making sure that your opponent can't muster up a large enough force to take down your force. It's denying castles with petards. It's doing silly plays like scouts, like siege towers, like hand cannoneers with monks in the middle and Teutonic Knights around it. It is so much more than just turtling, and I think people who think that this is just a turtle strat don't really get what Healing Teutonic Fortress is all about. He's been working on this since 2013, and I definitely see progression within his gameplay. I see him slowly climbing in elo and grinding it out with this strategy. He loves this strategy. I love watching this strategy, and every single game I watch from him surprises me in one way or another. Whew. With all of that out of the way, let's discuss what the Healing Teutonic strategy is all about. Well, I guess I already kind of covered that a little bit, but what is he going to do? Well, from what I've seen is he's probably going to build a tower on one of these wood lines. He's probably going to build a tower on one of these stones so that he can actually build a Teutonic fortress consisting out of 4 TCs with a castle in the middle and farms all around. Also, let's see if he does the thing with the boar. It does look like he's going to do it. Yeah, he always lures the boar with his scout to save HP on his villagers. Now, I was thinking about this for a while. Teutonic Fortress really cares about every single one of his villagers and every single one of his units. He will often even put his scout back into a castle just to heal it back up. But it's kind of funny, once he reaches Imperial Age, he'll sometimes not care too much about his eco anymore. Once he gets to Imp, it's all guns a-blazing. And before we talk any more about Teutonic Fortress, let's take a little look at his opponent. Well, he is kind of like a pony because he is a Tommy Trojan horse. I just made it up because I was talking about ponies. 12, and he is playing as the Berbers. Overall, pretty clean from both these guys. We have 4 on wood, which is very nice, a whole bunch of food being collected, and the same from Teutonic Fortress. Now, I have been trying to speed up games a little bit more so that you guys get a little bit more action. If you want me to go back to the old way where I cast every single minute of every single game, I'm totally fine with that as well. I kind of like giving you guys the option to skip forward and, whatever. But maybe the stuff that I say during those times is maybe not the most interesting. I don't know. Or maybe you feel like you're missing something or blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't care. Just cast, have fun. And honestly, this also just saves me a lot of time because these Teutonic Fortress games, they can be quite lengthy. This is actually kind of a funny... How is he going to wall this? Is he going to go wall here and then a wall here and then... Where is the tower going to go? Is it going to go right there? That's kind of interesting to me. Pushing in deer, yeah. I thought that this was a new thing, but he has been doing what is my toaster oven doing? Has been put... What? Wait. Oh. He's playing this based on the map. I like that. Pushing in those deer, and he's going to try and control the middle, and he's going to put that tower in the middle. I wasn't expecting that already. Already a little bit surprised here. Is already up to feudal Trojan, that is, whereas Teutonic Fortress is not yet. But here comes the construction, and I like this. And now he can't get additional villagers on here anymore, but I think Trojan is full walling his base. Oh my goodness, you do not need to full wall against Teutonic Fortress, at least not in the beginning stages, maybe in the end stages, but he wants to make it go late. Oh no. Oh no. I just realized something. Look how much gold is on this map. Teutonic Fortress has made it work with 2 relics. Oh god. I hope we don't get to the point where all every single one of these huge piles of gold gets mined out. Oh man. Let me just make a quick call here for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna need to cancel all of my meetings for the next 4 weeks. What? You can't. Okay, next 3.5 weeks. Yeah, I'm casting a Teutonic Fortress game. Okay, thank you. Sorry, just talking to my secretary about my schedule and how my schedule has now completely changed because I realized how much gold is in this map. Already getting some scout upgrades, it seems like. Maybe a scout push coming, but that scout push is not going to achieve a whole lot, especially with this tower over here. And how did he wall this wood line over here? Okay, that's kind of nice, but the problem is he could actually very easily overchop this. Just needs to chop down one of these 2 trees, and that could be detrimental for him. Actually, fun fact, they fixed the straggler tree thing, so having line of vision and placing a palisade is no longer enough. You have to actually at least hit 1 hit on the foundation in order for that to work. What is this? What is this over here? You have a gate. How are they going to get in otherwise? Yeah, it's a little bit awkward for... Okay, okay. These guys are lumberjacks, and they are never leaving again. That's it. That's it. That's your job. You're a lumberjack, and you're not going anywhere ever again. That's just your job. Wait, before we... Okay, I just have to check that we are still recording. That's a thing that I do in most of my videos. I have to just... Okay, wait, 1 second, guys. Let me just... Okay. Okay, we are still recording. Okay, and we're still recording. Alright. Where is this game going to go from here? I mean, I think an interesting question does arise now, right? Teutonic Fortress is going to castle. Now, is he going to build his Teutonic formation? Look, he has tons of wood in the bank. He's getting to that castle amount, but he's not quite there. Actually, he's a little bit light on stone. I think walking over here makes him a little bit lighter on the stone than maybe he would like to be. But he still has about 75% to go, so probably will have enough for a castle. But I don't know if you're going to have enough for additional TCs. Is he going to build it at home? He often builds his fortress formation at home. It would be really interesting to see if he goes for an at home or if he goes for a forward. Meanwhile, these scouts, Trojan, you're going to have to sneak these in somehow, some way. Maybe make it seem like it's a gift or something in that nature. This looked like there was a garrison over here. Yeah, berries are gone already. A little bit slow to that. Even building a house once this is chopped, I like shift clicking like that as well. That's a good idea to do. Where is this formation going to go? Is it going to go over here or is it going to go over here? I'm very curious. Okay, TC over here, that makes a lot of sense. And then another TC over here and then one over here probably. But I feel like with the amount of gold that's in the middle, building your castle over here might not be... Because what are you protecting, right? That's something that you have to consider. 1 TC, 2 TC, 3 TC, 4. What? You already have a market. Why is there a market? Is that for reference? Is it because it's the same size as a castle? Teutonic Fortress, what are you doing over here? Stop stumbling around. I think he's making some processing decisions. These villas need to garrison now. Okay, building an additional town center over here. Yeah, I think this was for reference to see where he needs to construct the other TCs. That's actually kind of interesting. So, oh, okay, that's why he wasn't reacting. Built the castle over here. I think he was planning, like, where can I fit in additional TCs over here? This is going to be a little bit awkward with all of that stone and whatnot, but this actually protects a good chunk of that stone. Meanwhile, booming like a madman over here. These scouts are not able to find a lot of damage. Garrison, garrison, garrison. Nice. And garrison, ooh, shot from 2 directions. You had no idea that you were going to be walking into the Teutonic Fortress formation. We're going to speed this up just a little bit to see how this progresses. What just died over here? Oh, that was a scout from Teutonic Fortress. Makes sense. Meanwhile, the base is up and running. This is very nice farming eco that he's basically going to have for a lot. Oh, I was wondering. That's another thing. Teutonic Fortress is very, very wholesome, and he often says, good luck, have fun. We didn't see that in this game, but he did actually do it eventually. And these scouts are going to get cleared up, but they do have +2 pierce defense, +2. So that's actually quite a lot. And this is not even upgraded yet. So every shot is only doing 1 damage against these scouts. And Teutonic Fortress is not one to get upgrades early. He goes to Imp, and that's when he gets the upgrades. Ooh, that's a lot of knights. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of knights. Now maybe it would have been a good idea to have that castle over here. Because these knights, they're not going to die. Oh man. This could actually be disastrous. On the one hand, I feel like it was the right play. On the other hand, I feel like it was maybe not the right play. And there's a whole disaster. Disaster. Oh no. Absolute disaster. Villagers falling left and right. Let's take a look at the overall villager count. It is still even, but Teutonic Fortress doesn't have any military, and this is not doing any damage. And these villagers are just walking back to their death, aren't they? Wow, I've never seen Teutonic Fortress take this much damage in such a short period of time. Normally, he's very, very defensive, and I think if he had that castle over here, he would have been a lot safer against these knights, but at the same time, now he's going to be kind of low on wood. Is he going to relocate? Okay, he already put a TC here. He has to do some wonky fortress building over here. But if he can control all of the main gold, he could be in a really, really good spot in the long run. He doesn't really care too much about those villagers. He's just simply going to reproduce them. And I think he really wants to get a castle in the middle over here. But he sadly is a whole bunch of stone short. Another TC over here just trying to keep his villagers alive desperately. I think it would have also been a good idea to... Okay, he did get that upgrade. There's the blacksmith. He did get that upgrade eventually. These villagers run back. Yeah, exactly. Don't want to risk that. And this is probably going to get taken down, but that's okay. Yeah, okay. Quick walls, quick walls, quick walls, quick walls, quick walls. Run back, run back. Oh, no, no, no. It was a total debate. It was a total debate. +4 pierce. That's no joke. And just barely can't reach that. Would have been better if that was a little bit closer. Trying to get as much damage as possible. And Teutonic Fortress is actually behind in villager count. He's not normally in this situation, but it does look like blue is slowly throwing away these knights. Meanwhile, a whole bunch of gold is being collected over here. A whole bunch of stone is being collected over here. And if Teutonic Fortress can get a whole bunch more castles up and can make it to Imperial Age, he could actually be in a very good position. But man, is blue getting a lot of value out of these knights. Long distance chopping might have been worth it to build a lumber camp over there. Did not want to have those villagers go out that far anymore. And Imp first for Trojan. He definitely snuck in the horses. I gotta say, I gotta make a pun there. He definitely Trojan horsed the fortress. He got into the forces. He got into the fortress's formation with the horse. The good old horse trick. Oh, I'm just here to say hello to your villagers. Haha. Now Teutonic Fortress is up, still producing villas, but he's going to be getting Teutonic Knights pretty soon. Also has enough for a castle. I wonder if he's going to build another castle over here. And it doesn't seem like Trojan is paying a lot of attention to the middle. I think in these kind of situations, you gotta control the center. It's great that you're getting tons of damage done on Teutonic Fortress, but he's just rebooming, man. He is still constructing villagers left and right, wherever he can, getting gold mining upgrades, getting stone mining upgrades, has enough for another castle, and he's just gonna build a massive stronghold here. That being said, though, that stronghold could completely end for Fortress if he doesn't make it up to Imp soon, and he is nowhere near Imp, where his opponent is already very close. But he doesn't have any stone. Okay, he is collecting stone over here. How much stone is in the bank for Trojan. Not anywhere near enough. If you are going to go up to Imp, you probably want to start mining stone, 6 on stone, as you click up the castle to get a castle. But I would recommend collecting that stone before castle and already having that castle constructed so that as soon as you reach Imp, you can start trepping down these castles, because otherwise this is going to spin out of control. I guess these knights are still getting value. They're destroying houses and whatnot. And I'm almost certain that Teutonic Fortress is going to get housed at some point. Now the castle is being constructed in the middle. That's going to have tons and tons of range. And he's even getting Bach and Arrow a little bit earlier than he normally does. Making additional farms, making additional TCs. Booming up like a madman, but he needs to go to Imp. He needs to make it to Imp, or he could be very well roasty toasty. Actually, what's kind of interesting is he doesn't really make a lot of lumber camps or stuff like that. He just has the TCs. The TCs are his resource gathering stations. Wow, look at the number of TCs he's got here. If something gets taken down, he's totally okay with it. But we should see a castle being constructed at some point, and a push being made over here. Yeah, okay, that's a lot of rams. Get capped ram for sure. Yeah, already has capped ram. Ooh, this could be a little bit awkward. There are also tons of cavalier, only 43% of the way up. How much is Trojan going to be able to push this fortress? Wants to get that castle up. I don't think that's going to be happening right now yet. Does have to retreat to that. That is so close to completing. That's frustrating. 13% of the way done. It is thankfully in range of this. Ooh, is going to get that up, but now there's rams, heavy duty rams right there. Gotta focus down those cavalier first, and then once those cavalier are down, then you can start worrying about getting these guys. Oh, he has the knights. He has the knights come out as quickly as possible, trying to snipe those down. But I think this castle is going to go down. Is still not in Imp though. That's also problematic. More and more villagers are being pulled. They are going to try and repair this desperately, but there's a lot of capped rams here, and I think that is going to get denied eventually. Thankfully, he still has 2 castles behind. Is this going to go down? Oh, it's going to stay up. No way. No way. It's staying up. Especially if this ram goes. If you are going to go for rams, you want to have enough rams. I felt like that was enough rams, to be honest with you. But now, siege is going to be coming out, and these cavalier are just getting shot from all directions. Even getting the first armor fletching for Trojan, and he probably wants to push this at some point. But those cavalier are just going to get absolutely annihilated. And even after all that damage that Trojan did, he's still 2 villagers behind, which is amazing. Immediately getting the masonry upgrade, double universities and double blacksmiths to get those upgrades as quickly as possible. Really lacking gold, which is quite ironic considering he is right in the center, and this is going to go down as well. Now it is finally going to go down. He has fought vigorously, but that is over there. And this TC is going to go down, and it's going to be a slow push. Needs more Teutonic Knights, needs more stuff, and there's just no stuff yet. If we look at the military numbers, only 5 Teutonic Knights for Teutonic Fortress. Can he hold on in this situation? Unpacking the trebs, moving them forward, and attacking. Also, the downhill bonus is brutal. Is brutal on these things. Yeah, Golden Pit is kind of like that, where you can get a serious advantage if you are on the outside, if you still have gold. But I think at this point, let's take a quick look at... Ooh, don't want to lose those. Ooh, we cannot switch perspectives quite yet. I was wondering if blue is starting to run out of gold at this point, or if he still has gold miners, but we need to see this engage. I think those Teutonic Knights are going to do okay. He does throw away those Cavalier. Now, it isn't the biggest deal because he doesn't necessarily want to push his opponent here. He just wants to keep his castles alive, right? And these Teutonic Knights are just too slow to engage. Sends the Vills. Nah, don't send the Vills. Keep him with your trebs. That's probably the right play. Let's take a quick look. How 0 on gold. This is what I'm talking about. If Blue can't get in over here with what he has, he's gonna have some serious problems. And I don't think Teutonic Fortress is gonna let him. He's just going to repair this. He's going to take out these trebs, firing at this castle so no additional trebs can come out. And this is just awkward. Just really well played. Well played. Score heavily in Blue's favor, but who cares if you... Yeah, you can't take gold. It's GG. How often do you see that? That somebody who has the score lead calls the GG. I was a little bit nervous for Teutonic Fortress there. The way he was doing his base at home. I mean, this is awesome. Like, right? Once you get the upgrade, the crenellations, all of the range upgrades. I mean, this is awesome. It ranges everything basically. So you just ring the bell and everything gets shot to oblivion. But because he built that castle here, he wasn't able to build that castle at home. But with all that additional stone, yeah, wow. This is definitely one of the more satisfactory games I've seen from Teutonic Fortress. Didn't ever see him take that much damage before. Tommy Trojan definitely snuck in some knights on Teutonic Fortress. 106 villager high and 88 villager high for Tommy. Now, the thing is, you could say that Tommy called it early or something in that nature, and I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you, but if you don't have gold, what are your options against Teutonic Knights? Tell me that. I mean, I guess you could kind of like sell some resources to a certain degree, but at a certain point, you're basically just going to be out of stuff, and that's exactly what we saw happen here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Catch you on the next cast.